Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Answers from the Basement. Last week I said this episode would be up by Monday, which didn't exactly happen. So I've decided that trying to stick to a certain day of the week to post these is not working, so I'm going to post them whenever I can. But enough about that, let's begin with the first question. What is your dream job? I want to be a film director or get involved with filmmaking in some form or fashion. I also think television would be cool. Television really gives you a lot more room to tell a bigger story than movies do. So either way, I'd want to be involved with television or movies or something like that. What is your favorite cinema? I am guessing you have small independent ones, right? You know, honestly, I don't have a favorite one because really the only independent one I am aware of is in Atlanta, and I don't drive to Atlanta. Whoever designed the layout to that city was either an idiot or a genius and decided to make everyone's life difficult. Plus, Atlanta is like an hour or so from where I live. Mac or PC? Well, I have a PC and I can't really afford a Mac. If you want to know my preference, I'm not all that used to using MacBooks, but I have used them before. I'm just a lot more comfortable using a PC. I do plan on getting one eventually, but for now, PC. Who are your top 3 YouTubers that aren't friends, such as Sexy Phil? Actually, one of them is Sexy Phil. I really enjoy his videos and sometimes even catch his other channels. I also watch Film Riot, which is my favorite do-it-yourself filmmaking series on the web. And yes, I do think it's better than Indie Mogul's Backyard Effects. And my favorite recently to watch has been The Wheezy Waiter. He has a really interesting form of comedy, and he also posts pretty much every day, so it's a great way to start off my day, just a little bit of Wheezy Waiter comedy. I will provide links to all of these channels in the doobly-doo. I mean description. Description is what I meant. What is your favorite video game console and favorite video game? I feel like this question is going to send me into the console wars with other people. Right now, the only consoles that I have would be a Nintendo Wii, my PlayStation 2, and my Nintendo DS Lite. I don't have a favorite, but if it comes to which system of mine gets used the most, it would be my Nintendo DS. If I had to choose a console to buy, I would buy a PlayStation 3 over the Xbox 360. I never cared for the original Xbox, and after watching so many different arguments between which is better, I honestly feel like the PlayStation 3 is a better system. My favorite video game would probably be World of Warcraft. I know, it's bad, but you will be proud to hear that as of about a week ago, my subscription has been canceled. I decided that my addiction to YouTube is much more important than my addiction to WoW. But I will definitely pick it back up just before the new expansion comes out. I don't care what you say, I wouldn't miss that for the world. Have you ever jumped off of your house and wished you could fly? No. Have you ever gone to see a movie twice and the second time yelled out everything that happens? No. My friend did that one time. He's dead now. If there was a zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice? I'm not really sure if I would go with this baby or my katana. Or maybe the baseball bat. I don't know, there's something about melee weapons that seems more appropriate when it comes to killing zombies. Plus, I'm a terrible shot when it comes to guns. And yes, these are all from my room. Except for the baseball bat. I don't play baseball. What director do you think should retire and why? James Cameron. I don't even know if I really need to explain this, but let's just, Avatar 2? Really? And they're thinking about bringing the first one back into theaters over the summer. That man has made enough money. If you had a chance to go back in time, what year would you go back to? I think I'd go back to 1977 and catch the premiere of the original Star Wars. It's either that or I'd go back to 1980 right before the premiere of The Empire Strikes Back and bet $1 million that Darth Vader is Luke's father. December 20th, 2012 is here. You have 24 hours before the end of the world. What would you do with those 24 hours? Did you see The Last Holiday? Yeah, the one with Queen Latifah? It would be kind of like that, but there would be a lot more illegal activity. You know, like the good stuff that they cut out of movies on TV. I'm just kidding. I would make peace with my lord and then probably cry a lot. If you had a chance to direct a movie, what movie would you like to direct? This is a great question, and I'm really glad you asked it because I have been really thinking out some different movies that I would love to do. One of them would be actually more of a movie franchise, and that would be an actual decent adaptation of Dragon Ball. I'm talking at least 6 movies total. 3 movies to cover Dragon Ball, and 3 movies to cover Dragon Ball Z, ending with the destruction of Namek and the defeat of Frieza. I am such a nerd. The second movie I'd be interested in doing is an end-of-the-world movie based on the Bible. There's some seriously weird stuff, especially when it comes to the Book of Revelation, and I think that if it was interpreted correctly, the Christian apocalypse would be over 1,000 times more epic than 2012. I wouldn't have to use some vague Mayan myth or planetary alignment to explain what's going on. It would be just straight. God's wrath, that's it, so it doesn't matter how weird or crazy it is. And I think through that you can have a really powerful message. If a man and a woman get married in Mississippi, have a kid in Alabama, then after 10 years get divorced in Tennessee, are they still considered brother and sister? Yes, but only on Tuesdays. If you could utterly destroy anything in existence, what would it be? Disney Channel. Miley Cyrus, the Jonas Brothers, High School Musical, all of those came from the Disney Channel. It's like a breeding ground for fangirlism and stupidity. You thought I'd say something like poverty. What would you do if you were the first human to contact aliens? Oh, actually I have a really original answer for that. I would disguise myself as one of them in order to gain their trust, then mate with the alien king's daughter, and bring about the destruction of their culture. I would soon realize that I love them more than my own species and betray mankind in order to get you guys to dish out $12 to see it. Then I'd bring it back to theaters over the summer because I wouldn't be satisfied with it just making $2.6 billion worldwide. Man, I'm getting a little bit harsh on James Cameron this week. And now it's time for our last question. Who is your favorite subscriber? Just saying. Wow. What an awkward way to end this video. Okay, I need to figure out a way to get out of this clean without any hurt feelings. I love all of my subscribers equally. Except for you. You know who you are. So that's it for this week, and it appears that next week I will be doing another video response edition. I still have tons of questions from my original Q&A video, so hopefully I will be finishing those off soon. You know the drill. Leave me any new questions that you might have by leaving me a comment or video response, and I will see you guys next week with another edition of Answers from the Basement.